Well, do not expect much offense when the Pittsburgh Steelers go on the road to take on their AFC North Division rival Cleveland Browns on Sunday. Pittsburgh is currently installed as a 1-point favorite in this game on BETDAQ. 34, the lowest total we've seen in the NFL this season, but with good reason. If you saw Pittsburgh play last week against the Baltimore Ravens, you saw firsthand that without Ben Roethlisberger, and he will be out for who knows how long, a few more weeks anyway, they are in big trouble on offense. They were not good against the Ravens defense that has not been very good themselves this year. And Byron Leftwich, who played quarterback in that game, is no longer healthy, cracked his ribs last week. So Charlie Batch, 37-year-old Charlie Batch, who's only made 7 starts over the past 10 years, will get the start on Sunday. On the road in Cleveland, and the Browns have a decent defense. Now, the Browns are not a good team, 2-8 on the year. Their problem is they can't score. And they face the #1 defense in the NFL this week. You get where I'm going with this. You see why we see a total like 34. And to be honest with you, I lean towards the under. Listen, the under is 5-0 in Pittsburgh's last 5 games, 9-1 in Cleveland's last 10 home games. I know it's only 34, and I know if you do bet the under, you'll never be comfortable the whole game. I mean, it'll never feel safe, and things like defensive touchdowns or special team touchdowns could certainly ruin it, and Cleveland has a great returner in Josh Cribbs, and the Steelers have a great defense, and you would expect them to turn over Cleveland's rookie quarterback, Brandon Weeden, a couple of times, and maybe that'll happen, but I think the safer bet is that we're going to see a 14-10, 17-14, maybe even lower scoring than that, maybe a 10-7 type game here. Because like I said, watching Pittsburgh on offense last week, and I don't expect Charlie Batch to be a great step up from Byron Leftwich. After all, if he were better than Leftwich, he would have probably been ahead of him on the depth chart. Batch is 5-2 as a starter over the last 10 years. Again, guys only started 7 games over the last 10 years. But that Steelers defense, they know that they're going to have to clamp down on the Browns if they're going to want to win this game. That's going to be the case throughout these next few weeks when Roethlisberger's out. If the Steelers want to win, their defense is going to have to dominate, and don't think their defense doesn't know that. Don't think they haven't been saying that to each other. And they've got a prime candidate to be dominated in the Cleveland Browns, 27th in the NFL in total offense, 25th in points scored. Talked about their rookie quarterback, Brandon Weeden. I think Pittsburgh's going to be able to win this game. I think they're going to suffocate that Browns offense. I don't look for Pittsburgh to score a whole lot of points themselves. That's why I said I do lean towards the under here, even though the total is only 34. Again, the lowest total we've seen in the NFL so far this season. But Pittsburgh, I do have a lot of confidence in that defense. Just the Steelers organization in general. Mike Tomlin does such a great job coaching those guys. They respond great after a loss. 10-1 against the spread their last 11 games following a loss. This team knows how to respond. They're a veteran team. Signed Plaxico Burress this week, the 35-year-old wide receiver. Not sure how much of a difference that's going to make. I guess I was thinking about now, why would Mike Tomlin do that? I know Antonio Brown's been injured, but I guess if you saw the Steelers play last week, I guess they need somebody. Burress, his strength, he's never been able to, he's not a speed guy, obviously, never really been able to separate from defensive backs, but you can just sort of throw it up to him. He's so big, and he's so good in terms of body control. He can just go up and get balls. So I guess Tomlin might feel like, well, if I don't have a guy in Ben Roethlisberger who can get these guys the ball when they're open, I guess I need a guy who you can just throw it up when he's covered, and he might go get it. So they do have Plaxico Burress on the roster now. Be interesting to see how much he plays this week. This will be an interesting game. Pittsburgh really needs this game. Cleveland obviously just playing for pride at this point at 2-8, but Cleveland would like to beat Pittsburgh. The Steelers have just dominated the Browns in recent years. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I do lean towards Pittsburgh -1 in this game, and I lean towards under 34.